reactions to the opera over the killings in Benue State that claimed over 150 lives in Yelwata. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu announced on Monday, after facing severe backlash from Nigerians for not visiting the community, that he is set to visit the state on Wednesday, June 18th, to address the escalating violence. The emergency visit will cause him to postpone his previously scheduled trip to Kaduna State until Thursday, June 19th. Tinubu stated that the visit aims to assess the situation firsthand and engage with various stakeholders, including traditional rulers, political and religious leaders, community leaders, and youth groups to find lasting solutions to the crisis.
Why I sympathize with the Benue people, I've spoken to the governor. The leadership and people of Benue should accept our condolences and tried hard, very, very consciously, to maintain peace, harmony among themselves. I've always said this, we are one single huge family living in the same house, stay in different rooms, but living together in harmony will be the result of our diversity for prosperity. We should be able to manage our anger and frustrations. I sympathize those who have lost their life. I will adjust my program and go see Benue people on Wednesday.
All right, it appears that the president has heard the plea of Nigerians. But of course, this video also sparked some reactions. And this is from Sugar Boy, who wrote, "When over 200 lives are lost due to banditry, and the response from leadership lacks urgency, empathy, and accountability, it reflects a deep failure in governance and human responsibility. They are not just numbers. These are families, futures, and communities torn apart. It is both sad and shameful." Well, Chooks in response wrote, in case you're wondering why Wednesday, the Secret Service has a policy that states the president must not visit a location without a 2-day window. This is to allow the security team and the guards brigade plan appropriately. In the meantime, the Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetekun, speaking with the community leaders in Yelwata and Daudu communities in Guma local government area of the state, commiserated with the people and the governor while condemning the killings, which he described as an act of terrorism. The IGP reassured the people of Benue that the Nigerian police force is committed to restoring peace and bringing the perpetrators to justice. Let's take a look.
When one incident happened, hundreds of incidents have been prevented that are not known to the public. So that this happened does not mean that we have not been deploying. We have actually been deploying. We've been working together with the military and with other security agencies to ensure that this reign of impunity of these criminal elements ends. They know the strangers. Once that there is an impending danger, they should please give information to us.
Meanwhile, the governor of Benue State, Hyacinth Alia, has said that the recent wave of violent attacks in the state is being carried out by armed headers who entered the state without cattle. Hyacinth also highlighted the genesis of the crisis while speaking with Charles Anyagole on Arise Prime Time on Monday, stating that the state is being attacked by both headers and terrorists. Let's take a look.
A context behind this, the anxieties we started having in this local government spanned as far back as 22, 23 years ago. But how it happened was the herders clash with the farmers. This took quite a long period of time, and then eventually, in the last, say, 12 years, it shifted. It moved into the armed herders versus the entire communities. So again, the farmers were affected. They were every now and then driven off from their homes destroyed, and then they had to leave their farmlands as well. And since it's been there for quite some time, a good number of people were tired of seeing the repeat every now and then shifted into towns, but were still manning their farmlands. Of late, what we experience and what we see, it's more abhorring. It is much and stronger, way beyond farmer-herder crisis. We are being attacked by bandits and terrorists. These had persisted for quite some time, but the level of what we have experienced in the last 2 months, it's so much alarming.
All right, Rufai, I'm coming to you. I know that the governor had also alleged in a series of his interviews that the attackers come in with AK-47 and AK-49 rifles, and that after these attacks, new groups often occupy the destroyed communities. The governor also said that, Benue's porous borders remain a concern, with some assailants coming from neighboring Nasarawa and even through the Cameroon borders. What are your thoughts on his, assessment of the whole situation at this moment?
So the first question is, Oji, where is the intelligence? If the governor says that people are coming in from neighboring towns, even from the water, what's the intelligence that blocks them? The other day, somebody was talking about the fact that some intelligence team has been sent in there. How have they been able to comb out the area? Then, what's the crime forensics? See, there is nowhere in the world where a crime is committed and people do not leave trails behind. So even the sites of the burning and the killing, we say there's a complete systemic failure in Nigeria. People just think we are just speaking. The crime scene, has it been cordoned off? Are there forensic experts there? Are there people taking surveillance? Are there people that are even able to map out the bullet shells to be able to trace where the bullets are coming from in the first place? So there are many things that have happened in that community. And that's why I'm happy that the security chiefs have gone in there. Let them start their investigation. By now, we should be able to see that some of these perpetrators are being brought to book. It has to be an holistic approach. Secondly, is the humanitarian crisis that has happened there. The Catholic Church has done a lot of work, but there's still a lot of help. NEMA reported that over 1,000 households are affected. Thousands of men, thousands of women, hundreds of lactating mothers and the likes. Are we giving them their medicine? Are we looking for drugs for them? Are we catering to their feeding and shelter? What are we doing for them as we speak now? Also, what is the reporting channel like if people are seeing unscrupulous elements moving around that area? The question is, we do not want what happened in Benue to happen, but with the way we do things, it looks like we might come here and talk about another Benue debacle. In the course of 2-3 years, we've had thousands of people killed in Benue. What did we do to avert the killing? What was the investigation like? Who were those fingered? Before these attacks this year, we had close to 500 people killed already. Were we able to effectively plan for them? What is the support scheme for the families of the victims? Or we just tell them to bury their dead and move on like nothing happened? I think these are the things I want President Tinubu to address when he goes there. Because we need to be very holistic in our thought process, or else Benue will happen again. Niger floods happened the other day. What did we do as regards it? We've talked about the fact that there will be increased rate this year. So collectively, as a nation, if we don't have a culture for planning, if we don't have a culture for organization, then we'll always fall short. And that's why Peter Drucker will always talk about cultural eating strategy for breakfast. And that's where we are. So it's not just solidarity face-saving visits. It's actually doing the work on ground. And government needs to release a lot of spending as regards that.
All right.